Okay, I'm curious. What is tempo?
In musical terminology, tempo, Italian for time, plural tempos or tempi, from the Italian plural, is the speed or pace of a given piece.
So the basic definition of tempo is the speed of music. But that doesn't quite explain it enough. A better way to think about tempo is this kind of invisible pulse that we follow when we play our music that helps us to determine how long or how short to play our notes for, and at what speed. First, let's talk about the pulse. This pulse is called the BPM. BPM is an acronym for beats per minute. BPM is basically how many of these pulses that you'll hear in the span of a minute. So if you think of a clock that has 60 seconds in a minute, you will hear the ticking sound 60 times. By the time a minute is up, you are hearing 60 beats per minute, 60 ticks in a minute. So with music, we can change that 60 ticks to fit more ticks or pulses in a minute or less. This is the BPM. Okay, so how do we create this pulse noise that we can change the speed of with this BPM thing? Simple. Meet the metronome.
Yay! It's the thing we've been looking at the whole video.
The metronome is the musician's counting tool that, depending on how you set it, it will beat steadily, fast or slow, depending on the BPM you set it to. Now you're thinking, great, okay, I know tempo means the speed of the music, and there's this pulse thing with the BPM. How is it still important to me? Let me demonstrate. Okay, so here I have a piece of music that I'm going to play for you at different tempos, different speeds, and I want you to notice that it is made up of quarter notes and half notes. A quarter note is a note that gets one count, or when you hear one pulse from the metronome, that should be the amount of time it takes you to play a quarter note. And then we have half notes, which should take you 2 counts, or 2 pulses worth of time. So listen closely as I play with the metronome and hear how whenever I am playing a quarter note, it is 1 pulse, and when I'm playing a half note, it equals 2 pulses. And every note I play starts at the same time that the metronome makes a sound. So hopefully now you understand a little bit more about what tempo is, and you'll be able to take that knowledge and you'll be able to apply it in your music practice. I'm going to make a part 2 talking more about being able to play with the metronome and understanding that in your musical practice. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Mr. Tobin, and I will see you next time.